Hello everyone, and we are here today to review Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. As you can tell, I sound freaking awful. I have been sick for the past week, and this voice isn't just going anywhere, so might as well film, right? No? If I don't film today, I won't film any day this week. So yeah, let's just talk about Never Fade. And sorry for my runny nose and my awful voice, but what can you get? Because I'm just sick, so deal with it. Fun fact about this trilogy is that the title of each book will complete a full sentence when the series is complete. So we have Pretend the Darkest Minds is right here because it's being left out. So we have The Darkest Minds Never Fade. Oh, right here. The Darkest Minds Never Fade. Question, question, question. We don't know what the last book's called, but I want to know that sentence, don't you? Like, I need to know it. Oh, the agony. We will have to wait until December of 2014 if I'm correct for this book. Like, that's a really long freaking wait, and I am not ready to wait that long. Not. Needless to say, this series is one of my all-time favorites. It is dark, it is full of action, full of scariness, full of just amazingness. Like I say, if you have not read this series, you definitely need to pick it up. Just try it out, and I hope you will love it as much as I do. And yeah, let's talk about it. I will say spoilers in this video, so if you have not read this book, I will definitely not watch this, and if you have not read Darkest Minds either, I would definitely not watch this. So when you're done reading The Darkest Minds and Never Fade, come watch this video and we can chat about it over coughing. Because I'm sick. Like I said, this series is dark, full of action, and it has just enough love to make your heart swoon everywhere, like just enough. And also, Miss Alexandra Bracken knows how to break your heart into a million pieces, like breaks heart everywhere, heart on the ground, heart everywhere. It was everywhere. I love this book overall. I will say my favorite thing about this book was Ruby. Ruby is definitely becoming one of my favorite female characters of all time. She is very strong, and I really loved reading about her strength throughout this novel. She grew a ton, like so much character development on Ruby here. And with this book, we learn that Ruby is using her power more frequently because, you know, she's in the Children's League now and she has to, and she knows how to control it more, and she's just using it a lot more. But with using all this power that Ruby is doing, there's a lot of, you know, questioning and doubt if she's doing it for the right reasons. Should she be doing it? It's just so many self-doubts with that, and I think everyone would have that. I know I would have that if I was Ruby, for sure, but I just really love seeing the strength of Ruby in this book. Like, I would not mess with Ruby ever. Like, I would be on her team always. Like, even if we play Capture the Flag, I'd be like, nope, I have to be Team Ruby or I am not playing, because I'm not going to be up against her. We meet several new characters in this book. But first of all, we have Vita, who I liked from the beginning, and I could tell immediately that she was a very hard outer shell kind of character where she had a really good heart, but she put up a very good act of like being tough and, you know, very hard shell, whatever you want to say. Now with Vita, I said I liked her from the beginning, but does that mean I always trusted her from the beginning? No, I was very on the fence about her. Like, can we trust her, can we not? That scene, or that moment or whatever in the book where Ruby and Jude were in the bus station and then Vita pops up, I'm like, no, get out of here, Demon Woman, like, get out. But after that, we soon learn that she is there for the right reasons and we can trust her, and I loved Vita, and I think I see something with her and Chubbs going on. Like, I think that might be a build-up, and I am totally okay with that. So, I really liked Vita. Jude, we meet this adorable 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy that just immediately captures your heart. Like, I just loved Jude. Like, he was such a good character. The way he calls Ruby Rue, I love that, and we see him grow. Like, what a tough world this would be to live in, as to be 14-year-olds with all this power, with all this crazy government problems, with all this people out to get you all the time. We see Jude kind of harden, and we learn, and in the end, oh man, heart's breaking. I'm hoping that it's not all there is to it. I mean, I'm trying to hope for the best, but just heartbroken, like cries and awfulness, and just, oh, Alexandra Bracken, you break my heart, break it. Oh, we finally meet Liam's brother, and I gotta say, he didn't disappoint. I liked Cole. I like his sarcastic anger, kind of wittiness, and I really like seeing Liam's and Cole's interaction. I feel like Cole really cares a lot more than he shows about Liam. He's just trying to protect everything that's going on, and I think it's a smart move, honestly. And that whole thing about him being the thing, I did not see that coming at all. Like, was I the only one who did not even see that coming? Like, I was like, all right, that's happened. Cool. I never guessed that. Alexandra Bracken shows us again that she can shock us every time. Kate. Okay, Kate is not necessarily a new character. We saw her a little bit in the first book, but we see her a little bit more in this book, and I'm still on the fence about her. Like, I like Kate, but I don't know if we can trust her yet. Like, there's just so many things. Overall, I can see how Kate cares about these kids and about how she really wishes the best for them and wants to help them, but then again, it's like this book, you can't trust anybody because you don't know what's going to happen next. And with Kate, I just don't know. I don't know where she's at right now. Like, where the heck is she? Is she alive? Is she not? I hope so. So we get a little bit further into the political aspect of the series, but learn a whole lot about the Children's League, which started out with very, very good intentions, but just basically fell to crap because there are so many agents in this Children's League that you don't know if you can trust or not. Like, you know, you have some good agents that want the same thing, then you have someone that wants just to get rid of the kids altogether, and then you just have corrupt people like Rob, and I do not feel any remorse for him when he got killed, but I understand how Ruby feels remorse for it, because I would too as well if I was Ruby, because there's just that whole should you do it, was it the right thing? It was just questioning, and you know, I don't know, it's just the Children's League is so big question mark for me. Like I kind of understand them, but then I don't. But then I kind of understand them, but then I don't. We meet Liam and Chubbs again in this book, and my little fangirl heart just explodes with love and stuff. And with the Liam memory thing, I knew that wasn't gonna last. I knew that was gonna falter. I knew that he was gonna come to fruition, or he was gonna come to know that Ruby was Ruby again. I'm just a really big believer in true love, and when you see your true love, memory curse thing or not, you will know it's them. Like that scene where, you know, Ruby was like, do you hate me? Do you hate me? He's like, hate you? I love you and I don't even know you. I was like, oh, that was beautiful the way that was written. I just love that. Like, he was just saying that he loves her, that when he looks at her, just feels all this love, and he doesn't know her, and he doesn't know why he feels this love for her, but he loves her. And the beach thing about, oh, beautifully written, like, oh, loved it. This book was a whirlwind of action. Like, it does not go down at any point. Like, your heart and your brain is up at all times, like on the fence, like pay attention, be alert, like you need to know what's going on at all times because you never know when something's about to happen. At the end of this book, we learn very, very crucial information that there is a cure, and of course Clancy, Clancy, which we see again in this book, does not want it to happen because he just is crazy. Like, I don't know, like, I just want him dead, but then I'm like, could be useful, but then I'm like, just kill him. We also see that Cole is leading up a group that's ready to fight, and I'm kind of ready for it. I'm like, let's do this, let's fight this, and you know, let's get this done, let's end all this crap, because there's so much stuff going on with Children's League, and the president, and then the Project Snowfall, and just Clancy, just craziness happening. Ruby, we see Ruby wanting to fight, which I'm okay with. I think that's a smart move. I would do it personally myself. And Liam wants nothing to do with this fight. He's ready just to leave. And we see at the end of the book how they're kind of splitting up almost. But we don't know that yet because they haven't had a real talk of what's going to go on. So I'm hoping to see in the next book this talk, this solidified talk between, are we going to stay together, are we going to go together? I hope no matter what they stay together because they are just meant to be together, obviously. But we don't know that because they want two different things. Like, it's just, I'm just like, I need to know what's going on with you guys, like, right now. Like, let me know right now, please. This book also shows us that not all adults are evil. Now, in this previous novel, we had the notion of not trusting anybody. Anybody that was an adult, you cannot trust because they could be a skip tracer, they could be an agent, they could be anything. Like, you don't trust anybody. And Ruby is aware of that, and then we have Jude that's kind of like, he is more accepting of people, like, not everybody's evil, not stuff like that. But we see in this book, we see the woman that buys him the train tickets and she writes, stay safe on him, that there is some adults that are good out there. And then we see the guy who rode the bus who helped them out, and it was just, it taught, I think one of the things this book was to show us that no matter if darkness covers this whole earth, that there will be glimmers of light here and there. There will always be goodness in anywhere you, like, there will always be goodness no matter what. And I believe that personally. Like, I just know that and 90% of the world was evil, there would be 10% out there of people that were still good, that were still going for the right thing. And I really loved how this book showed us that, and I thought it was displayed perfectly. Like, one of my favorite lines in it, which is kind of dark, I guess, it's a very short line. It's right after the woman wrote the "Stay safe" on it. I ripped at the tickets before Jude could wake up and see them. I didn't want to give him the false hope that these people were anything other than lone candle flames in a sea of never-ending black. Yes, that's a good way to say it, that they were lone candle flames in a sea of never-ending black, but there are candle flames out there. Like, there is one in a billion that you can trust, and it's very hard to learn about if you can trust them or not. I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, I just really like that. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. What did you expect? I loved it. I thought it was an amazing sequel, heart-stopping, clenching, heartbreaking, everything that there was into it. There's so many questions on where do Liam and Ruby stand? Like, where are they together? Are they apart? Like, what's going on? Like, it's just, we don't know. Will Cole keep his secret, his big secret? I don't think he will. He's gonna have to come out, but how will it come out? Clancy's mom, where the heck is she? What's going on? I want to see her. I want to see what's in her brain. How she can make a guy like Clancy. Where's Kate? Is she alive? Does she still have that jump drive? Like, where's it at? What's going on? Where is Kate? And then the biggest question of all is, the darkest minds never fade. Then what? Then what? Sorry if I was out of focus a lot. I apologize. I'm feeling terrible. Sorry for my sickness again. I know I sound awful. I probably look it, but I'm trying here, guys. And just read this series. Just read it. Just read it. Seriously. I'm off to read Allegiant now. And the heartbreak that will be. And I already know what's going to happen. And I'm not ready for it. And I'm not okay with it. I'm just not ready for that one. I'm not ready for that. Like, that has been on my mind all week. Is that terrible or what? We are living in this world where fiction is just ruling me. That's what my life is right now. Tristan 4, you are ruling me. Like, get out of my brain. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Read this book. Don't get sick. And bye.